Hello everyone. My name is Cynthia and I'm very nervous making this video. I don't know if anybody's gonna watch it. Just by the thought of one person watching it kind of makes me a little emotional. The reason I'm making this video is in case anybody is going through what I'm going through right now, which I will explain. I want to try to help somebody. If this video will help anybody, I don't know. By the way, my name is Cynthia. Nice to meet you if you're watching my video. Basically, right now, I don't know if you saw in my YouTube description, basically, I want to try to explain the process that I'm going through to move to Canada. One of the reasons why I'm even making this video is because recently I've gone through family separation due to ICE raid. I recently was separated from my husband. He was detained in September of 2018 and deported back to his country in in December 2018. Thankfully, I am a U.S. citizen and I'm able to visit him. I did go visit him in Honduras. He is from Honduras, so saludo a todos los hondureños. But basically, I can't, go back and forth. I mean, I could, but I'm not rich. Plane tickets cost money, and unfortunately that is not a lifestyle I want to live, going back and forth. That's not my type of life. That's not a life I want to live. Like everybody who comes from another country to the United States, the reason they come is to give a better life to their family. When my husband came into the United States the first time, it was back in 2005. I hadn't even met him. I didn't know him, I met him in 2006. I didn't know he was illegal at first. I didn't know nothing. I didn't even know I was going to fall in love with this guy, Basically, life just happened. I fell in love with him. We met at church, and basically, we started like flirting, going out. Then I got pregnant with him. It's a big life story to tell. One day I will, but this video is to basically explain in my journey right now, which is where we are planning on moving to Canada if God permits us, first of all. And I want to basically explain my process right now, because a lot of people are asking me, a lot of friends and family members ask me like how I'm going to do this, or, like, what do you do? And basically, right now, the way I am going to go through Canada is through a student visa. I've been talking to lawyers. I didn't know how to even start this when this wasn't our plan. A lot of people plan on like coming back to the United States, but you know what? Me and my husband have made a lot of stuff here in the United States, but basically we see it like, why are we continuing to grow in a country where if he comes back illegally, he's gonna get detained again and he's gonna get arrested, and maybe he's gonna do years in jail time. I don't want that anymore. I don't want to have to go through that anymore. I want him to be legal here. I wanted to try to do it the right way. I tried to talk to 20 different lawyers and to see if maybe there's something we can do. Unfortunately, there's not a law that basically lets him be here. There's no pardon he can ask for. It's just sad, because right now we are a family of 4, and right now my family is 1 because I am by myself right now. My family right now, my husband is in Honduras, with my youngest daughter, which she is 3 years old, and my oldest son, he is 10. There in Honduras, I went in 2000 when he got deported in December. He, I took my kids, obviously. When I came back, I stayed there a month, which I came back in January of this year, and basically only me and my son came back. I left him my daughter, which was one of the hardest decisions I've probably done in my life, because it's really hard to leave your kids knowing that, you're missing out on the time that they're staying away. Um, I don't know how I did it. It was really hard, and I'm still, praying to God every day for them, and I pray that, He keeps them safe. I didn't want to do that, but again, I didn't want I didn't want my husband to come back, and do anything illegal again, because I don't want him to get hurt by anybody. Eyes are animals to me, because they treated me like shit when they came and took my husband away. They treated my whole family. They handcuffed me being a U.S. citizen. It was a really traumatic experience. My husband was detained in our house. They came in my house. They took they broke open the door with one of those SWAT door things, like we're selling some drugs or something. When all we do is like what any regular family, American family does. We do cookouts, we go out camping, we have our friends where we hang out with. My husband has never had any criminal records. He had like one ticket and he paid it. That's about the worst thing he's done other than coming into the country. And obviously that doesn't mean anything to any other people, but to me, like, he hasn't done anything wrong, in my eyes. Unfortunately, the government of the United States they don't care about any of that. And I don't know. I think the United States right now is very unforgiving. I see all the news stories. Just 2 days ago, I know that probably a lot of people have seen this, where a Salvadoran and his baby were found in Rio Bravo, and they drowned trying to seek the American dream, and it breaks my heart, because I'm like, man, so many people trying to come into the United States. They give their life to try to come here, and people still talk a lot of shit about it. They're like, why do you even try? Why? Because their countries are the worst. Because people will not understand why until you go through it. And hopefully you don't have to go through it. A lot of people here in the United States are privileged that they don't have to go through not having food, not having a home or a roof over their head. And we take everything for granted here, I don't know, like, it's just, and then here, first of all, our president right now only teaches us hate, racism, hate. He sees color of the skin, he sees color of eyes, he sees color of hair. He says he doesn't, but he does. Like, I mean, you can follow whoever you want to follow, but I am not a follower of our president. I do not agree with anything he basically says. To me, everything he says is a lot of bull, and I don't agree with anything. I tell my parents all the time, I'm like, he's not my president, even though he is, but I wish he wasn't. Well, so first of all, just want to say that the way I'm going to go to Canada, for a U.S. citizen, first of all, it is very easy, I guess. It's not so easy, but it is easy, kind of. If you're a U.S. citizen and you don't have, like, if you're not either a supervisor, manager, or, like, anything in, like, managing or supervising anything. Like if you're not a boss basically, then you do have to have like either a degree or because they go by like a point system to go into Canada, you know. So the point system, the way it works is like if you're a supervisor or your manager, and they'll give you a certain amount of point that you can use to get into Canada. If you can't do it, and then so basically you'll transfer like through like a work job application visa. Since I didn't have a supervising or anything like that, and you know, I didn't have a degree in anything just yet. I'm sorry. I have to go through. Going through a student visa. My student visa, basically, once you get into a school over there and you get accepted, that's all you pretty much need. You do have to go on Canada.ca to basically apply for it if you want to that way. Now, since I didn't get a lot of this stuff, I'm sorry, I'm kind of illiterate in some things. I went through a lawyer. I'm not going to give the description out of the lawyer, but I just, you know, I really was informed myself of a lawyer in Canada, made sure they were legit and everything, you know, because, you know, sometimes you never know. I hear in the United States we get a lot of scammers, so I didn't want to get scammed, you know, or anything like that. But I went through a lawyer, and basically she's the one that did everything for me. Like I didn't have to do anything of the Canada CA. I did search up a lot of stuff under there just to make sure that everything is accurate. But they are the ones that helped me get into the school and everything. So hopefully I will be in Toronto, because that is the city where I'm going to be moving to in like 2 more months, I believe. I start school September 3rd, and I'm very excited, but I'm, like I told you, I'm still not 100% sure what's going to happen with my life right now. Like I told you, my husband's in Honduras with my 2 kids, and the reason why he is with them is because, you know, I'm trying to figure everything out, because once they took him away, we had bought a house, you know, we had cars, even though thankfully our cars were paid off here, but our mortgage is kind of high. So regardless, like I can't do it all by myself, because it was me and him working, and like you need the man to do certain stuff. Like we as women can do it, yes we can, but I never trained myself to do any of this stuff, like, you know, fix stuff for the house, or, you know. And regardless, you know, having 2 people work in the family is always better than just one person. If you can have one person in the family working, oh, my hat's off to you. But unfortunately, I couldn't afford that, and me and my husband have worked together, and we've worked hard for everything we had, which was like, you know, what we had here in the United States was good. But unfortunately, if you're illegal here and they take you away, then all that basically is in no need, because se lo llevan a la persona que amas, you know, like. So I've had to sell a lot of my stuff to make ends meet, you know, like. But hopefully it'll be better. I'm praying to God every day that it'll be okay. I'm gonna be basically making videos of, I mean, how I feel, what I'm going through. Like I told you, in life right now, there's a lot of stuff that I want to say, but I don't even know how to say it, you know. I'm very excited for this. Hopefully, if you want to follow me, you can. I'm just making videos, you know. But I want to try to help somebody in case they have any questions about my process of going to Canada, which I'm very excited, kind of scared, because I don't know anybody in Canada. It's my first time. I'm gonna be visiting there, be staying there, living there. I'm gonna be living, you know, with my son, and I don't know how that is gonna be. Like I don't know anybody there. So if you are from Canada and you see my video, hopefully nos hagamos amigos. You know, we become friends, and I look forward to making more videos. Bye guys, it's nice meeting you. This is just an intro of my journey. Okay, bye.